It cancels.
Welcome at the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, Nairobi Nursery. Today is a World Wildlife Day. Here at the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, we take care of orphan baby elephants and orphan baby rhinos, and later on set them free back into the wild. But we do a lot that helps to protect and care for all other wild animals in general. But before we go into the details of what we do in protecting other animals, I'd like to introduce you to our orphans in the nursery when they're having a 3 p.m. milk feed. 12 baby elephants in the nursery now, 2 rhinos in the nursery now, and a baby zebra. But we've got the elephants who'll be joining us anytime now. They're anxious to get the bottle, and that's why they'll be running in to come and get the bottle. And after they've had the feed, they might want to go into the mud to cool themselves, to protect the skin from the ticks and from the direct sunshine. And I can just see from a distance the elephants coming in for the milk feed. I will be introducing them to you one by one so that you get to know whom we've got in the nursery at the moment. You can see how they're running in, being led by an elephant called Olomunyak, who is one of the most active, most playful, most friendly elephant in the nursery. Olomunyak here, you can see he's got a little tusks come out already. He's 2 years. He came in from the Masai Mara when he was about 5 months, and he's really doing well in the nursery at the moment. Enjoying his bottle, but we do have an elephant called Wamata right here next to me. Wamata is also 2 years old, and Wamata was rescued from Savo when he was a tiny baby girl who was about 4 months old. She was very tiny for a long time in the nursery, and she was being protected by all the big girls in the nursery for a long time, until she did not realize that any other young one could come in. And she was not happy when another baby elephant came in. She stayed jealousy for a long time. But now she's accepted that she's no longer the youngest, and now adjusting and also protecting the young ones. We do have the youngest here, enjoying her water after she's finished her bottle of milk. This is the sweet little naughty girl. Her name is Kipeke. She's only 9 months old. She came in from the Masai Mara when she was only 3 months old. But she's really, really doing well in the nursery, full of activity, running up and down, being the youngest, being pampered and surrounded by all the big girls around, showing her a lot of love. And that's what makes her feel like she can do what she wants, because she's the youngest. If she makes a little noise, all the big girls will come around her. On my right, we've got another young elephant in the nursery. Who is one of the 2 new ones we've got. This is Daba. Daba is the youngest boy in the nursery. He's only about a year old. And Daba was very skinny when he came in. He had been alone for quite some time, and he had a challenging time adjusting, considering that he had been without food for a long time. So we are happy to note that Daba is growing very strong, and he's becoming friendly, and he has attracted the attention of Morigo, who is the main matriarch. The attention of Muzinga and Nyambeni, who are the assisting matriarchs and taking care of all the orphans that we've got in the nursery. He's become a darling of the big girls around, despite the fact that we do have a Kipeke, but he gets his share of love from the big girls that we've got in the nursery. Growing very fast now, Daba. More elephants coming in. They're being joined by Artie. Artie here is 1.5 years. Very polite, social, friendly. Came in the nursery from, was rescued from Sava Conservation Area, found alone along the Athi River. And an elephant at this young age, being alone, could not have survived without the mother's milk. They need protection. They need to, they cannot defend themselves when they're still young. So the mothers and the rest of the family will protect them against all other dangers. They need milk for at least 2 years. And Ardi was only almost a year old. So that is why we rescued him. He's adjusted well. He's calm, gentle, and polite. And so far, are doing well in the nursery. On my right, here, we do have the one-tusk elephant. Her name is Talek. You can see she's got one tusk. The right side. The left side has not come out yet. Talek is about 2.5 years, having been rescued from the Masai Mara along the Talek River in a strange situation of being guarded or protected by bull elephants. Naturally, it's the females that will take care of the little ones. But Talek was being protected by a bunch of bulls. And after a search for her mother without success, it meant that she was an orphan. So that is why we rescued her. Somebody is already rolling in the dust. Soil pile here. This is one of the cheeky girls we got in the nursery. This is Nyambeni. And Nyambeni is only at 3.5 years. Nyambeni is preparing herself to go back into the world soon, because by the time they're 4 years, that's when we will be taking her to Savo. She's 3.5 years. She came in at the age of 3 months. She loves to roll in the soil pile. You can tell she's enjoying it all by herself. The others have decided not to join her yet, but she's already enjoying it and really, really doing well in the nursery. She's got her best friend. And I will show you the best friend when the best friend comes in. But behind you is an elephant by the name Taroha, who is the oldest boy. He's 3 years old, big in size for his age, having been rescued from Sava West, just found lying down along Lake Jeep at the age of about 6 months. He's very polite, very gentle, the most polite bull we've got around. And so far doing well in the nursery. He also likes to take care of the young ones that we've got in the nursery. He doesn't bully them. He doesn't have the real character of the bulls in a heart. He's a gentle boy. And that is why at some point you'll find Kipeke next to him and he's not bullying her. You'll find Daba next to him and he's not bullying her. And he's a gentle boy, Taroha. At the age of about 3 years old now, and really adjusted well in the nursery, not showing the dominant thing that the bulls normally do and want to bully everyone around. He's not doing that. He allows the likes of Olomunyak to push him around and the likes of Padamat to push him around. He allows them and he pushes gently without a lot of force. We've got more elephants coming in. More elephants coming in, running in for the bottle. The one in front is Muzinga, followed by Morijo, followed by Padamai, and the last one is Alia. But we'll talk about Morijo here, who is the main matriarch. She's the team leader because she's the oldest female. Remember, in a group of elephants, she's the oldest female who is responsible or in charge. They are a matriarchal society, and Morijo is a really good mother because she takes responsibility or control of all the other orphans we've got in the nursery. She doesn't stay with the Kipeke alone. You'll find her with Kipeke, you'll find her with Daba, you'll find her with Ardi, and she's a responsible mother. She's 3.5. She's almost ready to go back into the world. And we are hoping that when she goes back, because she will be accompanied by two other females, so she will be leaving Talet behind to take care of everyone else. We do have an elephant by the name Padma here, whom we've nicknamed the Naughty Boy. Not that he's doing something strange, but he's just being a real bull elephant, being very rough. That is what they do when they're out in the world. He always wants to have his space by force. And he's 2.5 years old, having been rescued from the Masai Mara when he was about 8 months, being found standing next to the dead body of the mother. The mother who had a big wound that had caused her death, and the baby left alone at a very young age of about 8 months. He's got delayed tusks coming in. You can see the swelling. The tusks are really coming in now. Padma, behave, be a good boy. Now, we do have an elephant by the name Alia, who is the latest arrival in the nursery, who is very shy, who likes to stay away from the rest of the herd and sometimes from the people. She wants to be all by herself. This is Alia here. Alia is the newest baby in the nursery. She's only 2 years old. After having been rescued from Sava Conservation Area, identified all alone in a very poor thin condition, it has taken her quite a long time to adjust and get used to all the others in the nursery. Sometimes when you find them all alone, staying all by themselves, they are still grieving their family. They're still stressed. They're still traumatized. And we have to give them time. Just like what happens to human beings when you lose a family member. It doesn't go away right away. We don't know what exactly happened to her mother or the rest of the family members. But for Alia, it has taken her quite long to recover from that. And that's why most of the time you'll find her all by herself. But we are happy that she's adjusting well. Whenever you walk close to her, she wants to walk away. Whenever you get too close to her, she wants to walk away. But so far, she's doing well. Together with Daba here, these are the 2 newest that we've got in the nursery. A boy and a girl. Daba at 13 months and Alia at 2 years old. The newest arrivals in the nursery who have really adjusted well and doing well. If you go on our website, you'll find them. And they came in within the same period. The one is younger than the other. But Daba has made lots of friends compared to Alia, who is still shy. We have to give her time before she gets to realize that let's forget about the past and continue, because she has friends here in the nursery. All the other orphans are keeping her company, and she will be one of the big girls that will be set free back into the wild after some time. 2 elephants enjoying the dust pile. These are Olomunyak and Kipeke. Remember I mentioned Olomunyak is the most playful one all the time. Olomunyak is the most playful one all the time. So that is why you can see he's enjoying the mud here and the dust here and really doing well. We've got one of the cheeky girls, an elephant called Muzinga, who is right far at the end. This is Muzinga here, an elephant with full character. She came in at the age of about 4 months old after being identified all alone within Tsavo East National Park at the age of 4 months. At 4 months, they even don't have teeth to browse. She could not have defended herself. Now she's a big girl. She's 3.5 years old. Anytime from now, she's ready to go back into the world. She's a cheeky girl in the nursery because she does or behaves funnily all the time. She's the elephant who will go around the line or where people are, turns around and farts at them and then runs away. She's an elephant who will see you standing there and comes and wants to roll where you are, which means you have to walk away from that spot and go away. She's an elephant who will come and get your dust coat and pull it all away. At night, now she doesn't have a keeper in her stockade because she's 3.5, but when she was under 2 with a keeper in her stockade, she's one elephant who will pull your blanket down all the time. She wants you to be next to where she is. She'll pull the blanket every now and then. She'll touch your face with her. Oh, you can see she's doing it already. she wants to touch your face with her very wet trunk. She'll wet you every now and then, and that's why we call her the cheeky one. She's taught the same character to Nyambeni because the two are great friends. The two have grown up together for a long time. They came in with a difference of about a week, and the difference in their age is about a month, and so the two are good friends, and she's really doing well. She's very matriarchal. At some point when we've got a new elephant having arrived in the nursery, she will leave her stockade early in the morning when the door is open and walk towards the stockade of the new elephant. The elephant she has not seen, but she knows that the new elephant is in the nursery. Same with Nyambeni and same with Morijo. So the three are very strong matriarchal elephants that we got in the nursery. When they go out in the world, they will be having their own herd. They will be protecting their own herd. And we've seen that right from a very young age between Muzinga and Nyambeni. Well, all the 12 elephants are here and enjoying their snacks after having a bottle. But just as we said, today is a World Wildlife Day. Sheldrick Wildlife Trust does not only take care of elephants and rhinos, but there are lots of other projects that are protecting all other wildlife in general. For example, we do have our mobile veterinary units. We do have 7 mobile veterinary units and a Sky Vet unit. When there is any injured animal out there within our parks in Kenya, not only elephants, not only rhinos alone, any other injured animals, we are conducted. We do have a mobile veterinary unit that will drive to the scene or fly to the scene, go and treat any injured animal out there, and after treatment, set them free just to continue with their own natural life. That is what we do with protecting all other wildlife in general. We do have our anti-poaching teams who will go around the parks looking for snares and desnaring them. Lots of snares have been desnared, and those snares would have killed lots of animals. Some of the animals out there are being killed for game meat, for skin. The elephants, the rhinos are targeted for the ivory and the horns, but the other animals like the buffaloes, the impalas, the dig-digs are targeted for meat, for game meat. So that is why our anti-poaching teams will make sure that there are no snares in the park, ensuring that all animals are safe out there. We do have our dog units that will help in case the signs of poachers out there who are interested in killing these animals. Our dog units will smell and ensure that the poachers have been chased away from the parks. We do have a community project that will give education to the communities that are neighboring the park and the reserve, so that they know how to coexist, stay peacefully with all other animals in general, not only elephants and rhinos alone, protecting all other animals in general. That is what our community project does, educating the communities, neighboring the parks and the reserves, so in case the animals get into their farms, they know what to do, they know how to behave, they know whom to call or whom to conduct, so that there is peaceful separation between the two without any one of them being damaged or being injured. We do have our aerial surveillance team that will fly in the air, just monitoring what is happening in the park in case there are any illegalities, like some people are burning charcoal, the poachers or strangers are within the park, there are injured animals out there. Our aerial surveillance will be able to identify that and will notify the Kenya Wildlife Service Rangers and all our teams on the ground to make sure that the illegalities are corrected and all animals are safe in the parks. So here at the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust, we don't deal with elephants and rhinos alone, but protect all other animals in general. That's why today, being a Wildlife Day, we celebrate with you all the orphans that we've rescued and saved and released back into the world. We do have giraffes that we've rescued and released back. We do have elephants that we've raised and released back, rhinos that we've raised and released back. We've had impalas that are under our care. We've got warthogs that have been under our care, buffaloes that have been under our care, and lots of other animals. When found with injuries, they're treated and set free. When they are young and they need that tender care, they're brought to the nursery. We do have a unit that takes care of all of them as well. So we are happy to celebrate together with you, just to make sure that all animals in the parks, in the conservancies, are protected, are cared for. Kindly enjoy seeing our babies having their snacks. The babies having their snacks. Because the elephants will be walking away now. We've got a baby rhino in the nursery who will be joining us. And we've got a baby zebra in the nursery who will be joining us. So the elephants will be walking away. This is our naughty boy here, Padamad. Hello, Padamad. This is one of our cheeky girls here, Nyambeni. Hello, Nyambeni. This is our lovely, gentle boy, Karoha here. This is Wamata here. Come on. This is the one-tusked elephant, Palek. This is Alomnyak here. They'll be walking away. Please make an effort to check on our website and see what is being done by the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust in terms of protecting and caring for all animals in general. You will be able to visit and see our anti-poaching teams, what they do all the time in the parks, on the foot, ensuring that there are no snares out there. All animals are safe, the park is safe, and the orphans are walking away now just to enjoy the rest of the evening before they come back for bed at 5. But whom do we have here? This is our baby rhino and a baby zebra. The baby rhino is only about 13 months old. His name is Tytan. He's not been here for long, only 5 months in the nursery. His mother fell down a cliff and died. And the baby left alone at 8 months. And that's why we rescued Tytan. Tytan is doing well. Tytan, you've been rolling in the mud. Thank you. You're protecting your skin by rolling in the mud. He's a lovely boy elephant. Let's keep quiet so you can have your water. We're allowing you time to get your water. Take your time. Take your time and enjoy the water. Take a sip. Tytan, take a sip. See, the second horn is starting to come out. The first horn is already here. Tytan is only 13 months. He's lucky to have been identified and rescued. Otherwise, he would not be alive after the death of his mother. And he has a friend who is a baby zebra. The friend is called Notty. And Notty is only 5 months old. The two have become close friends, they're buddies, just because they came in within the same time. They spend the day together out in the forest. To some extent, Notty thinks that she is a rhino because she wants to do everything that Tytan is doing. Notty having her water. Notty is a common zebra, having been rescued from Mount Longonot, which is found within Hell's Gate National Park, when she was only 2 weeks. And Tytan was rescued at the age of about 8 months. He's now 13 months old. Tytan is expected to stay with us until he attains the age of about 5 years before we can release him back into the wild. The mud on Tytan is to make sure that the skin is protected from the sun, from the insects. Let's see if he wants to enjoy the mud or the soil pile. Our orphans in the nursery are set free in a wild environment, and we let them do what they want to do as wild animals, roaming around the park all day. Most behaviors in elephants are instinct, and that's why we set them in a wild environment and let them learn to be wild. Some might want to have a nap when they're out in the forest all day. Some might want to browse. Some might want to play. And Tytan is young, needs to be assisted. That's why you can see the keepers are assisting him by covering his body with the mud. The wig protects from the sun and the insects, which is very important in the world. They do that all by themselves. But because he's still young, we have to assist him do it, only at 13 months old. And he enjoys it. To some extent, he will go ahead and start rolling down and enjoying the mud. All day the orphans spend within Nairobi National Park, but they are always accompanied by the keepers to make sure that they're safe when they're out there. And if they need help, like they need a branch to be cut for them, the keepers are ready to help, just in case. But in most cases, they do everything by themselves. But we feed them on milk every 3 hours for the elephants and every 4 hours for the rhinos, day and night. And that's why the young ones, like Tytan, and the young orphan elephants who are under 2 have a keeper spending the night in the stockades, just for frequent feeding every 3 hours at night and every 4 hours for Tytan. And the young baby elephants need to be covered with the blankets as well to keep them warm. Tytan as well, he's still young, needs to be covered when he lies down to sleep. Hello, Notty. What do you want today? Hello, Notty. I don't have anything on my hands. No, you don't have to take my fingers. No. Hello, you had your bottle already. Only 5 months. She came in at 2 weeks. She's very lucky to have been rescued at the age of 2 weeks because she could not have survived. After the mud, then the dry soil on top, just to make a layer that will protect from ticks, insects like ticks, and from direct sunshine. You can hear the noise that they make. That is this noise that comes from a rhino. And this is a black rhino. You can look at the shape of his mouth. Come on, Titan. Show us your prehensile upper lip here. Show us this. Show us this. Yes. The white rhinos have got a square mouth, but the black rhinos have got an elongated upper lip that helps them to browse on branches, so that's why they're browsers. Well, we will let Notty and Tytan walk away into the park. All that is part of Nairobi National Park. The elephants have already head out to the park. And we'd like to thank you all for having watched what we are doing here in the nursery. We're happy to have brought you this on this World Wildlife Day. We hope you've enjoyed. Kindly go to our website, see all that is being done by the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust in terms of supporting and caring for all animals in general. You can help support the Sheldrick Wildlife Trust by sponsoring an elephant, sponsoring a rhino, or any of the other orphans we do have in the nursery. That is how we get to manage to ensure that they have all the milk that is needed, they have all the treatment that is needed, and they have the keepers with them all the day out in the forest. And that is done by the help of your donations. So visit our website and get to sponsor an elephant and other projects. We do have like the anti-poaching teams, community project, aerial surveillance, dog unit. On this World Wildlife Day, help support an elephant, a rhino, or any other animal out there on this special day. Thank you very much, and we look forward to bringing you more soon. Happy World Wildlife Day.